Hey everyone, it's Sandra and I'm very overdue for an Empties and New Products video, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. If you are new to my channel, Empties and New Products are the videos that I do every few months or so in which I share all the products that I've used up and the new products that have taken their place. Today's video is going to be focused more on hair care and skincare. I do have a lot of makeup empties, but I'm waiting for a couple more to join the ranks, and then I'm gonna do a big makeup empties video next month and also wrap up my project pan for the year. So can't believe how fast this year has flown by. Let's start with hair care. These are a bunch of shampoos that I've used up, and I'll give you a quick roundup on each one. Starting with the Show Beauty, this is the Luxe Volume Shampoo. I don't think this brand exists anymore. It was a great brand for those of us with fine hair. They just had really great thickening and volumizing products. I used to buy this brand at Net-a-Porter. I also used up the Mother Dirt shampoo. This is a shampoo with probiotics meant to help promote, better scalp health. And this was nice. I neither loved nor hated it. It was just kind of like okay. I wouldn't necessarily run out and repurchase right away, but I wouldn't be mad to have it in my shower, if that makes any sense. The next shampoo that I used up is the Phytolixir Intense Nutrition Shampoo for ultra dry hair. It's supposed to also be really good at helping maintain color, and I just found that my hair was just too dull. When I was using this, it felt a bit overwhelming on my hair, and I just never really loved my hair when I would wash it with this. But nonetheless, I persisted. I used it up, but I would not buy this again. It just wasn't for me. I also used up a little sample of this Christophe Robin Regenerating Shampoo with prickly pear oil. This was amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Would definitely buy the full size. Christophe Robin is another hair care brand that just gives me really great results. I feel like every product that I've tried from the brand has meshed really well with my hair. It left my hair soft but never greasy, never weighed down, never dull. So this was awesome. Then I also used up the Pureology Clean Volume Shampoo and Matching Conditioner. I really like these. It's one that I always go back to every now and then. I'm not loyal to shampoo and conditioners. It's one beauty category where I love to just try different ones. I love to hop around, but this is great. The shampoo and conditioner that I'm currently using are by Vichy. This is the Vichy Durcos Density Solutions shampoo and conditioner. This is their line geared towards like thickening, helping to thicken and fortify the hair. I really like the shampoo. I don't love the conditioner. I feel like the conditioner, even though it's called Restoring Thickening Balm, it's not moisturizing enough for me. The shampoo is nice. It cleanses really efficiently. It leaves my hair super, super shiny, and it really cleanses it without being too drying. And then the other shampoo that I recently bought that I'm really enjoying is the Olaplex number 4. This is the brightening, like the blonde brightening shampoo. It's got quite a strong violet pigment to it. I don't use this every single time I wash my hair now. I just kind of, I don't know, I do it whenever I feel like I need a little boost. So this is the other shampoo that I'm currently using, just kind of rotating it into my routine whenever I see fit. Then in terms of hair treatments, I've used up a whole bunch of hair masks. This is like a year's worth of hair mask empties for me. First is the Moroccan Oil, the Platinum Color Depositing Hair Mask. This is another toning hair mask. This was really great when I had a lot more blonde in my hair. I don't find this that effective on the type of highlights that I have now, but when I had a lot brighter blonde pieces in my hair, this did a really nice job at toning them. So I enjoy this, and I love the smell of Moroccan Oil products. I just cannot get enough of the smell. I also used up the Playa Healing Hair Mask. This was a beautiful hair mask that had some clay in it. It helped purify the scalp. It's a great hair mask if you are the type of person that has oily roots and dry ends, because it kind of tackles both issues. Feels really nice and moisturizing when you take it, when you spread it all around the hair. Also love the scent of Playa products. I haven't repurchased yet, but I would. This was really nice. This is the Phytomilesime hair mask. This is a very moisturizing hair mask, again geared towards helping maintain the integrity of the hair and helping the longevity of dyed hair. It was fine. It was very moisturizing, but I have hair masks that I've tried that I liked better than this, namely the Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Mask. I had a little mini size of this, but I have purchased the full size of this in the past, and this is a hair mask that I would repurchase over this one. I also used up the Santa Maria Novella Honey Hair Cream. This was another beautiful, beautiful moisturizing mask. I would repurchase this also because it smells absolutely incredible, and it left my hair super, super soft, very moisturized, and yeah, I really love this. And this and the Briogeo, I think they're my favorite hydrating, moisturizing hair masks that I've tried. Those are the two that I would happily just repurchase and rotate between the two depending on what I'm in the mood for. The only hair mask I have in my life right now is the Christophe Robin Baby Blonde Mask. This is another toning product. It's a purple hair mask, but I love this. I love the fact that it gives me a lot of moisture. It also is very efficient at toning down my brassiness. So when I really want a moisturizing treat, this is what I've been using. I also used up this Serge Normand Dry Conditioner. I like this. This was really nice to use in my ends whenever I feel like my ends were a bit dry. It just gave a really nice boost of moisture without feeling heavy. I also really like the smell, but it wasn't a must-have. It's not a type of product that I would run and repurchase immediately. The next product I used up is the Davines Momo Hair Potion. I loved this. This is a really great styling cream. It was moisturizing but never heavy. I loved the experience of putting this in my hair. I have not repurchased it yet, but I will because I already miss having this in my life. Moving on to skincare, I've got some treatment serums that I used up. The first being the Guerlain. This is the Abeille Royale. This is a kind of like a take on Clarins double serum, except this contains a lot of honey and royal jelly and also contains a bit of lactic acid. And I loved the ingredients list. I love the sound of it, but unfortunately it did not agree with my face. It was very, very irritating, and my skin was just not happy with it, but I still ended up using it up on my chest and on the backs of my hands. The next product is a vitamin C serum. It's the IS Clinical Super Serum Advance Plus. This is a very strong vitamin C serum, and I have a love-hate relationship with it. It was very effective, but it was also irritating. So if I used this too many days in a row, it would irritate my skin. If I just kind of use this every other day or so, it was fine. I just feel like with something like a vitamin C serum, I want something that I can use reliably on a regular basis and not have to kind of gamble with this. But if you aren't sensitive to vitamin C serums, I have a problem with vitamin C serums. A lot of them either break me out or irritate my skin. But if you have a skin type that can tolerate different types of vitamin C really well, especially L-ascorbic acid, give this a try because it's actually quite potent. But if you are sensitive to vitamin C's, maybe skip this. The vitamin C serum that I am attempting right now is the vitamin C brightening drops from Indeed Labs. I like the texture of these, but again, I feel like if I use these too many days in a row, my skin doesn't get very good. So I'm not sure. Jury is still out on these. I will be keeping you posted, but my vitamin C journey has been a rocky one for sure. So far, my favorites have been the SkinCeuticals Floritin CF and the Amora Pacific vitamin C. Those two I have not had any issues with. I will be giving these a try and I'll keep you posted probably in my next Empties and New Products video. In terms of targeted serums to help with hyperpigmentation, I used up the Sachi Skin Trifala Pigmentation Corrector. I loved this so much. I love this. I would repurchase in a heartbeat. Also used up the SkinCeuticals Discoloration Defense. Also really loved this. If I had to choose between these two, I would choose the Sachi Skin because I feel like my skin loved both of these, but I feel like I had some more added benefits from this because I am acne prone, and this is more targeted to acne prone skin. Right now I'm testing this. This was sent to me from Paula's Choice. It's the Paula's Choice Discoloration Repair Serum. And I've used this a couple of times, and I don't love the texture of it. It feels a bit heavy on my skin, and the smell weirdly reminds me of Kate Somerville goat milk cream. There's no goat milk in this or anything, but to me this kind of smells like, has like a goat milk kind of vibe to it. It's not a pro nor a con, just something to note. It says here that they don't recommend going in full force. They recommend just slowly easing into using this regularly. So I'm currently just using this once a week. I'll report back. Obviously I have not noticed any results or anything like that, but in terms of texture, I prefer these two over this. And texture is a really important thing to me, because if something doesn't have a texture that I love, even though it's probably amazing and very beneficial for me, I am less likely to be consistent with it. So texture is important to me in order to keep me consistent with using a skincare product, and consistency is the key with any skincare product. That's kind of like the conundrum with this. But in terms of ingredients, honestly, if you struggle with the hyperpigmentation, sun damage, any marks or spots that you want to fade, look into any of these if you haven't tried any of these. Might as well give one of these a shot to see how your skin responds to it, and take it from there, because all three of these products contain ingredients that are proven to help tackle pigmentation. Unfortunately, there is no one size fits all when it comes to treating hyperpigmentation. You kind of have to try a whole bunch of things. There's like an entire toolkit of ingredients that help in the process, and you can just kind of have to pick and choose and try different things and see what your skin responds best to. Moving on to cleansers and cleansing balms. I have 3 empty cleansing balm types of products, and I actually really enjoyed all 3 of them. They were excellent at removing makeup. I'm a big fan of the double cleanse in the evening, so I like to use an oil-based cleanser or a cleansing balm as a first step to remove all my makeup, and then I go in with like a water-based gel or lightly foaming cleanser afterwards. First is the Clarins Total Cleansing Oil. It's a great cleansing oil. This was like the newly formulated version. I have to say, I prefer the old formula, but this was still nice. It definitely got the job done. Very effective at removing makeup. Then I used up the Paula's Choice Omega Plus Cleansing Balm. This was amazing because it's a cleansing balm, but it's in a squeezy tube, so it was just very convenient. And I liken this to the Clinique Take the Day Off balm. It was very, very efficient, rinsed off clean with water, 0 scent, no added fragrance or anything to it, and it was great. This was like a very no muss, no fuss type of makeup removing cleansing balm that I definitely see myself repurchasing over and over and over again. It's a great standby to have. I also used up the Versed Day Dissolve Cleansing Balm. This was a really nice cleansing balm too. Very efficient at removing makeup. Again, rinsed off clean with water. You don't need a washcloth to remove it, which is always a plus. And the scent is amazing. The scent is very herbal, very spa-like. There's eucalyptus in here. The scent is very reminiscent of the Eve Lom cleansing balm, which is a classic. I think that's the first cleansing balm I ever used. So this kind of takes me back, but this comes at a much more purse-friendly price. It's not as expensive as the Eve Lom, and you can often find it on sale and get quite a good deal on it. You can find this at Shoppers if you're in Canada, or at Target in the US. I just love the smell of this. The only con of this is that it did sting my eyes. If I got it too close near my eyes, I experienced a little bit of stinging, probably because of the eucalyptus in there. But I normally use a separate eye makeup remover, so this wasn't a deal breaker for me. I like to switch it up with my cleansers and cleansing balms. It's nice to have like a good standby that gets the job done and doesn't smell like anything. But sometimes it's nice to have something that smells really nice and kind of can take me away on a spa vacation in my mind, The cleansing balm that I'm currently using was sent to me by Youth to the People. It's the Youth to the People Super Berry Dream Cleansing Balm. And this is great. This is another cleansing balm that does the job very, very efficiently, melts off all makeup, doesn't sting my eyes, and it rinses off clean with water. It doesn't need a washcloth, which is amazing. The texture is quite thick. It's like a thicker, buttery texture. It's not quite as oily as the Polish Choice or the Versed. It requires a bit more time to melt in the hands and melt as you massage it onto the face. But once it emulsifies, it rinses off clean. There's no added fragrance. I don't think there's added fragrance in here. To me, this just smells like ingredients, and the scent kind of reminds me of the Jordan Samuel Skin After Show Treatment Cleanser. It's a great cleanser, and it leaves my skin feeling very, very soft and nourished afterwards, but there isn't like a sticky, greasy film or anything like that. So I'd say if you liked the Jordan Samuel Skin After Show Treatment Cleanser, you love the smell, you love the experience, you love the way that it leaves your skin feeling, but you didn't like the fact that you have to use a washcloth with that one, check this out because they're very similar in the way they make my skin feel afterwards, but this one you can just remove with water. Then in terms of morning cleansers / second cleansers, I used up a CeraVe facial foaming cleanser. This is good. I prefer the hydrating one, but you know, in the summertime, the hydrating one is a bit too hydrating for me. So it's always nice. If I'm in a pinch, I can always, you know, stop by the drugstore, pick a CeraVe cleanser up, and I just know that it will do the job. Also used up a Jordan Samuel Skin Matinee Cream Cleanser. This is amazing. Probably my favorite cream cleanser that I've ever tried. It just felt insanely nourishing, and this is definitely something that I will be repurchasing more in the depth of winter. But for now, I am enjoying the Matinee Gel Cleanser, which is a bit more suited for oily combination skin. This is a cleanser that I've talked about so many times. It's one of my favorite cleansers of all time. This, like the Matinee Gel and the Cream Cleanser are my favorite cleansers that Jordan Samuel Skin makes. If I feel my skin is a bit congested, if I feel like some breakouts are brewing, I have been really enjoying this. This was sent to me in PR by the brand Dr. Zenovia, but it's amazing. It's a 10% benzoyl peroxide acne cleanser. You can find this brand at Sephora in the United States. My skin actually prefers benzoyl peroxide in terms of acne management, so keep that in mind. Obviously, again, fighting acne is another thing that's a multi-pronged approach. Our skin can respond differently to different ingredients, different combinations of things. My skin loves benzoyl peroxide when I'm breaking out. So this is great because it's not drying. A lot of benzoyl peroxide products can be quite harsh, can be quite intense. This is great. It never leaves my skin feeling tight or painfully dry after I use this. It's non-foaming, it's enriched with aloe vera, so it's quite soothing at the same time. This is something that I use maybe 2 to 3 times a week in the morning. If I know that, if it's like the week before my period and I know that it's usually when I tend to get breakouts, I use it preventatively. Or again, I use it in the morning if I wake up and I feel like my skin's a bit congested and just not looking its best, and this just kind of helps get me back on track. Finally, let's talk masks and exfoliating products. I have used up 2 exfoliating products. This is the Elemis Papaya Enzyme Peel. I loved using this in the summertime. I was using this maybe 2 to 3 times a week in the mornings. It just really helped to get that dead skin off. I also really loved the Saatchi Skin Complexion Clarifying Accelerator. This is such a delightful blend of acids, and I think if you're somebody that's maybe just getting started in acids and you don't want to go hard with like a glycolic, this is a great acid blend to dabble your toe into. It also contains manuka honey. It's another great acid blend geared towards those of us with more acne prone skin. Love the packaging. You just kind of press it and the product comes out. Right now, the acid product that I have in my life is the Polish Choice. This is the AHA plus 2% BHA exfoliant peel. And the reason why I'm really digging this is because I only use this once a week and I get amazing results. Whereas with this, you know, I was using it maybe 3 times a week in order to kind of see the same results as I would get from the Polish Choice. But this does have added skin soothing benefits. So it all depends on where you're at with your skincare journey right now. For me, the Polish Choice is kind of doing the trick. But if you can't handle like 25% AHAs right now, you want something a bit more gentle, give this a try. This is something that I was using when I was kind of starting out on my retinoid journey. And I was just using, you know, Retin-A once a week, then, you know, 2 to 3 times a week at night. On off nights, I would use this, and I feel like this was a really great complement to that when I was starting out my journey. Now, I use Retin-A maybe 5 to 6 times a week at night, and the one night in which I don't use it, I use the Polish Trace Peel, and it's just been a routine that's working really well for me. All these products are amazing. You really can't go wrong with either one. It just depends on what your skin is currently needing. I have 2 like hydrating, soothing masks that I used up. The first is the Kiehl's Calendula Petal Mask, and the other one is a little sample of the Youth to the People Super Berry Hydrate and Glow Dream Mask. This was a sleeping mask. It's a type of mask that you would put on at the end of your routine at night, and you wake up in the morning with plump, fresh, hydrated skin. This was nice, but it was a bit too rich for my skin type. So I think if you have more dry skin and more normal skin, give this a try. It's really, really nourishing. For me, it was a bit too heavy. And this was nice. It was like, it really reminded me of the Fresh Rose, like the rose mask, but with calendula petals instead of rose petals. And in terms of experience, I like the Fresh mask better. So I wouldn't repurchase this. I would repurchase the Fresh Rose face mask if I wanted a similar effect. But this was nice. It was nice to try. I didn't buy this. This was sent to me in PR. It reminds me of my grandmother because she would always make her own like lotions and potions with calendula. So it was like a nostalgic experience for me. And the moisturizing, hydrating mask I'm currently using was sent to me in PR by SkinCeuticals. It's the SkinCeuticals Phyto Corrective Mask. And this is interesting. I don't love the smell. The smell is very medicinal, and it's weird because when I first put this on, it almost burns, but then after a couple of minutes, it feels really nice and cooling and soothing. But it says here that you're supposed to use this, you know, it's good for post-procedure skin. I would be scared to put this on after like a laser. It's interesting. Can't say it's love at first sight, but I've only used it twice, so jury is still out on this. But still, in my mind, when I think about like a hydrating mask experience, I want something that smells good. So the first one that always comes to mind is the Fresh Rose face mask. That's one that I've purchased for many, many years, and I kind of like that. And I feel like none of the hydrating, moisturizing masks that I've just mentioned are as good as that one is. Jury is still out. I mean, this could be amazing. I could, you know, absolutely fall in love after I use it like 5 more times, but I'll keep you posted. And that concludes this round of Empties and New Products. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for sticking around for this long. These videos can get a bit rambly, but I appreciate you hanging out with me as always. Hope you're having a really great day, and I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye.